Hi, and I'm back. Yes, I'm here with Taylor from Infinity Ward. I'm going to be talking Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. Okay, so space, it's played a small part in some of the other Call of Duty series, but how does it really play into Infinite Warfare?
Space, yeah, there's been space in some other games before, but this time we're taking the game all the way to a completely new setting. And space is integral to what we wanted to do sort of mechanically, gameplay, set pieces, cool tech, cool toys, cool vehicles. You know, it was all really predicated on going to space. For one thing, we have an entirely new zero-G combat system, which is, and it still holds true to the normal Call of Duty loop, which is take cover, advance, find your next piece of cover, flank your enemies. I mean, that's the thing that people know and love. And so what taking that into space means is you have a grapple, which now takes you from one bit of cover to another, and you can now flank your enemies not only to the left or to the right, but above them, below them, right? You know, if you have a guy in front of you, you can, grapple to the roof, and now, you're above him and you can take him out. So it's that's exactly what our Navy SEAL advisors told us when we said, if you were fighting in space, what would you need? And they said, get me to cover as quickly as possible.
So the Jackal is a big part of Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. Could you tell us a little bit more about that?
Sure, yes. Previous Call of Duty titles, again, and other shooter games, they'll have vehicle sections or kind of one-off vehicle moments, right? But the Jackal is a completely different thing. It's an absolutely persistent vehicle that you use over and over again as basically the combination of, you're basically a Navy SEAL meets a Top Gun pilot. And so the Jackal will be your transport into and out of the area of operation, and it will be your vehicle to dogfight against enemy fighters that are called skelters. And the controls are incredibly deep, but also really easy to pick up. We mimicked the control scheme basically to how you would normally control yourself on the ground. And so there's strafing, crouch is to go down, jump is to go up. It should be very, very familiar to players, and it should be a hell of a lot of fun. And we have all new enemy Jackal AI that we've developed, and so those arenas should feel super, super cool. Total freedom of movement, nothing's on rails.
And whilst we talk about the campaign, what's the overall story behind the campaign of Infinite Warfare?
Sure. We wanted to tell a classic war story. And you see these certain themes in war stories over and over again. You see the theme of no man left behind, or you fight for the guy next to you. That's a very, very common theme. You see that's usually telling a story through the eyes of a soldier, of an infantryman, of a rank and file guy. And then there's another theme you see a little less common in war stories, and that's the theme of the mission comes first. That is usually a theme about leadership, about the burden of a leader and the weight of that burden that he must carry. And so we thought it would be interesting, since most games put you in the shoes of the new guy, right? You're the grunt, and then the theme, of course, is now no man left behind. We thought it would be interesting to take players on a journey throughout the game where they go from the theme of no man left behind, or you fight for the guy next to you, and evolve into a position of leadership and evolve into the theme of the mission comes first. And we think that's really going to really resonate with players.
This is your first title since the introduction of the 3-year studio cycle. What have been the benefits for that for Infinity Ward?
Sure. The 3-year development cycle has really allowed us to do a whole bunch of stuff. First of all, this is a brand new IP, right? It's a brand new setting, brand new characters, brand new assets, everything. We have a whole new AI system. We have that Jackal AI that I talked about earlier. That's been an incredible advancement. And another thing that it's allowed us to do is it's allowed us to make a seamless game. This story takes place over the first day of this brand new war, and it basically happens in real time. And if you want a game to happen in real time, the last thing you want is for loading screens to interrupt your play. So it's a truly seamless experience of being boots on the ground, combat, calling in your Jackal, launching up into atmosphere, a Jackal dogfight. Maybe you assault an enemy carrier or an enemy destroyer, take their intel, fly back in your Jackal, back to your home base, which is the Retribution, absolutely in real time go up onto the bridge level, enter the bridge, and then choose your next mission as captain of the ship. And all of that is done seamlessly, and I think it's going to really feel good.
Yeah, that does sound pretty epic, to be honest. Like, yeah. It's got me excited. I mean, I'm a big Call of Duty fan as it stands anyway. So yeah, that's absolutely awesome.
Yeah. I mean, our goal would be that players pick up the game, start playing, and maybe, I don't know, 7 a.m. the next morning, go, what just happened? I just finished the whole campaign, and I want to play it again.
I've definitely been there. That moment where you look at your watch and you're like, oh my God, what time is it? I've got work tomorrow.
Yeah. Sorry for everyone that gets late for work the next day.
Yeah, sorry to my bosses in advance. Yeah, it's Taylor's fault, not mine. And obviously, just to go back to the, we talked about the development cycle and the other studios. Would you say there's a bit of a friendly rivalry between you guys to kind of outdo each other with each Call of Duty that comes out?
Well, I think we all want to progress the franchise further, and certainly taking Call of Duty into outer space is a big progression, right? We're doing a lot of things differently. We really believe in this project, and we really, you could almost say we're taking some risks, but they're risks that we're going to pay off, because nothing ventured, nothing gained, right? As far as competition with the other studios, I think we're all just trying to continually make the best Call of Duty we can make, and so invariably we're going to just keep pushing that ball forward, But we do collaborate. We work together. It's really, really great having the resources of those other studios to give us good feedback, for play testing, to help us with development. It's truly like it really enables these games to be bigger and better.
So, obviously, multiplayer, I'm super excited for it, and whilst I know that we can't really talk about it today, I'm of the impression that you guys are going to talk about it in the future. And just for the people at home, when's that going to be?
Yeah, we're going to have a huge reveal for multiplayer and zombies mode at COD XP, which is September 2nd through the 4th at the Forum in Los Angeles. They're selling tickets for it. It's going to be awesome. There was a COD XP 5 years ago that people are still talking about. It was legendary. So this is going to be a huge blowout. Everything will be hands-on. There'll be booths, there'll be food, there'll be music, and tons of Call of Duty Infinite Warfare.
Amazing. So if you want to check out the multiplayer reveal and everything in between, COD XP is coming this September. From me and from Taylor here at E3, we'll see you again soon.
Tiger scars are clear.
Copy clear. Engaging weapons loaded.